Hello everybody. It is 4:07 p.m., not a.m. 4:07 p.m. Um, it is May 23rd. Now, the reason I'm stamping this one, and haven't stamped most of my others like I said I was going to, today's a special day, really. Graduating tomorrow, so no more college, no more high school. I'm done with it. Today was my last and final day. I sat for 3 hours and practiced sitting and then standing and then sitting some more and then standing and then walking up to a person to grab a green ticket to say, hey, you now have tickets. So I thought we'd celebrate this occasion with some off-brand Dr. Pepper. Now I'm only going to have one because this is for a graduation party in August. But I'm gonna, if I can open it. Oh, what the heck? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Alright. So I'm going to have one. Now these haven't been frozen. Okay? Hasn't been frozen at all. It's by someone. But I have a glass of ice right here. And it says Corona, but it's Coke. See? So I'm gonna pour it on a camera. And I'm gonna enjoy it. And I'm gonna take a sip. Because I'm graduating tomorrow. I finally don't have to deal with school. Well, that was crazy. Alright. Comes the cell. Oh, fudge. Fudge. Spilt a little on the equipment. Oh well. And some on my pants. Or, actually, I'm wearing a shawl right now. Look at that. Look at all that. We're good. Can I continue? There we go. Filled to the brim with Coke. Oh, just to bring it down. I still see more Coke, but it's like the bottom of the barrel. And this, hold on. Now there's Coke. I don't know if you can see it with the lighting, but there's Coke in there. And there's Coke in my shawl, but I'm not going to show that because that's near my crotch. And no one wants to see that. Secondary sip. I'm graduating. I don't have to deal with notebooks and binders and paper. Oh, so much paper. So much paper. Unbelievably a large amount of paper. Like, I don't want to get up because you're going to see my crotch. But here, hold on. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh my god, my leg. No. Hold on. Oh, disaster striking. Okay. I'm back. Alright, we're going to scoot this a bit away. So, I can get a good look. Oh, okay. Boom. There's all the paper I've collected over my last year of high school. And look at it sideways. See? Look at that. All that paper. Like, so much paper that the strap, this strap, the strap used to hold the folders, this black stuff right here, the strap used to hold that in, has fallen, it's lost its Velcro. And this has started to lose its Velcro. It no longer sticks. Most of the paper is from Mr. James. Like, so he'd give us stuff like this, right? Love the dude. right? I don't want that to come across as I don't like it. I love him. In fact, I would have him teach me and any child of mine that wanted to do programming. A little slow to work on that, but that's besides the point. I dropped my thing, didn't I? Today? No. Anyway, like, look at this. That was just. This is just the fundamentals. This was very beginning. This is like basic stuff, right? This was all these papers. It was, or is this the? No. Okay, this is the test for Microsoft test takers or users, right? They have like this really hard test, and it's really hard to pass. And so he made this. He made this for us, and it had like. So here's like one of the questions. It's like the very last question. He had the answer right here. That's the answer. I don't know. I'm gonna zoom up a little bit. That's the answer itself. It's read backwards, but that's besides the point. And then he had notes, right? And that was or stuff like this, right? I'm gonna tear it. I'm sorry, Mr. James. All right, there we go. It's teared. Whole page. All right. So stuff like this, right? This is code, by the way. He'd do stuff like this. So he'd show you, he'd answer it, and then he'd give you a note. And I thought that was cool. A lot of paper, but I thought it was cool. Third celebratory sip. I'm not counting each sip I take. Although, when I say sip, I mean gulp, because I hoard down soda like nobody's business. If Coca-Cola would let me just walk into their vault and just drink Coke all day, I would run them out of business. Not a sponsor, by the way. Let's see, what else? Miss Bynum. Miss Bynum was a huge contributor to the Shop of the Rainforest. That's not a good example. What's a good example? She was alright. She was an alright teacher. So, stuff like... Is this 2? I think this is 2. Yeah. This is 2. Right. But she'd do stuff like this, right? She'd give us, like, copies of, like, articles. And then we could answer them. Right? But stuff like this question right here, she'd never let us write in them. We always had to write in a separate piece of paper. Now, that's not a lot of paper. It's like, what? 3 pages printed back to back. I didn't even do the discussion questions. That's hilarious. Anyway, so it uses like 3 sheets of paper each side, but when you do an article every day, 3 sheets of paper becomes 6 and 9 and multiples of 3. Actually, no, it's multiples of 4 because 3 plus the one you have to use to write the essay question, right? So that's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, no, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 20. That's just 3 weeks. That's just 3 days, right? 4, 8, 12, 16, no, that's 4 days. 4 days. It's 20 sheets of paper used in 4 days. So her and Mr. James probably cleared an entire rainforest. Skills USA was it was okay with its paper usage, but they did color paper though, which I can imagine is probably more expensive. 4 celebratory sip. I'm excited. Oh, excuse me. You can tell I'm excited because I'm willing to talk about anything and everything, which is good. And why I started making this was so I could talk about my feelings. But yeah, this is my school. This is my high school binder. They say these things are supposed to last about a year to 2 years from the person I asked if it was any good. right? I had a friend who had this, right, and it was all fancy looking, had this wore out almost immediately. Alright, I'm gonna prop this on my knee. This is a pocket, right? And put stuff in here. This thing wore out one day. I put pencils in it, it stretched to this wide. See? I don't know if you can see, but it's pretty big. But other than that packet, this thing served really well. I like it. My friend, great recommendation. I don't remember his name. Great friend I am. But he's like, yeah, these things are amazing. They last a really long time. They're durable. They weren't like the ones I was using, where it was like the giant 3-ring binder that would constantly rip and tear and, break. I had to get a new one every school year. So, think about going back to school? Definitely. You could use it for business if you got it in black. I got it in red because I like red. It's the blood of my enemies. But yeah. Let's see, what else is from school? There's my records, but those I got at like a fair. Trying to think what else is from school. Oh, I thought that was gonna fall. I don't know why, but I thought that was gonna fall, even though it's just ice. I don't really have anything else. If I can patch this up, I'm definitely gonna reuse it, or get a new one. Oh, actually, no, I don't think I need to get another one. I don't need to get a new binder. That's the first time I have ever said I do not need to get a new binder. Because this thing has helped me keep myself organized. I am not an organized person, but this thing is the bomb diggity. This thing allows me to just go ham on whatever I need to do. Keeps it organized, keeps it nice and clean. I don't like the folder space in it. Would come in more review, but oh well, whatevs. Whoever makes it can send me more if they like my review. I don't like the pockets. These ones, I don't like them because they don't fit a lot of my paper gets folded like that. I'm pulling it apart to show you, but I guess I can just open it. A lot of my paper gets folded in half. Right? See, that's because the paper's too tall. And so stuff like this, the binder works fine because it fits nice and snug. It can wrap around. It's fine, but that's probably what made the Velcro on this go out. But I can get new Velcro. I love it. I absolutely adore it. We're on the 5th sip now. 5th celebratory sip. Oh, that's good. Oh. This thing has ups and downs to drinking. It's good because I get a second sip, so like I'm eating it. Stuff like that, but oh man, you gotta wipe it down so many times. You like drink is like it's like dripping all over the place. You gotta but that's the price you pay when you get a mustache. Although mine's not really a mustache, it's more pube hairs. Like that part's thin. That part's thin. This is pretty thick. This is pretty thick. This area is good, but these two patches right here, those are really thin. Excuse me. I'm gonna scoot it back. Hold on real quick. You're gonna see really close up on my face and my nose. Hold on now. Alright. We're good? We're all set? That's a little too close. Hold on. There we go. Alright. There we go. Setup's nice. Oh my neck just popped and it felt amazing. Ah, this way hurts to do. This way feels fine. It feels amazing every time I do it. It's always 3. It's like pop pop pop. Oh. This one I have to like force myself to do it. It's like pop. It's like one loud pop. Pop. Oh. Oh. But I will be doing more stretches this summer. I'm tired being in pain. My back is in pain. My legs, knees, feet, arms, face. I don't stretch. It's a bad habit. There's no celebratory sips, but I like to make sure everything's gone out. Sixth celebratory sip. I don't know things to talk about. Oh, I know. Issues with the ceremony tomorrow. So we are in practice, right? Practice sitting, standing, moving, sitting, standing, moving, sitting, standing, moving. All that jazz, right? Which I want to point out one thing. Not a fun experience. Not in the slightest. Everyone, maybe it was just the practice, right? Maybe I'll go to the ceremony. It'll be fun. I'll enjoy it. I'll celebrate with everyone, and we'll move on from this chapter in my life. But I really don't think so. I say this because they're not allowing anything into the arena, especially for the students. So the parents, fine, they'll go through a metal detector. Not a big issue there. The students, the people graduating, they're not allowed to have cell phones, no purses, no wallets, no identification, nothing. I would not be surprised if a few people showed up in nothing but their pajamas so they could just throw their robes on and be done with it. That's how little, like, it's threatened to rain, right? Because it's been raining the past couple of days, and so the weather forecast people are like, hey, it's going to rain tomorrow. And people are like, well, can I bring an umbrella and just leave it and come pick it up later? Or, like a raincoat? Nope, can't wear those. That was my biggest issue. My first biggest issue was that I couldn't bring my phone, right? But I'm like, all right, well, they want children to pay attention. I'll probably pass out halfway through, but besides the point. Whatever. Can't bring my phone. It's a little irritating. I was planning to listen to music while I just kind of zoned out the guy, because the ceremonies are never fun. Like, they're like, you're gonna go into the world and you're gonna experience the real education, whole spiel, and no one cares. And for the people that do, good on them. I don't care. I could give 2 rats' asses about it. Now, I could just stay home. Just stay home, not go. Everyone would be better for it. No one has to hear me complain. No one, has to listen to me ramble on about how I don't like this and don't like that. Fine, whatever. But it feels like an obligation, Like, I was talking with my mom, and she's like, it's a rite of passage. I was like, rite of passage my ass. It doesn't, no. Maybe it's a rite of passage to see how much patience, to show you how much patience adults in the real world have to put up with. I don't know, but it's not a rite of passage. Right? I'm sitting there listening to a guy explain what I already know in a very long and drawn out speech about going to college and furthering my. It's probably a military guy. Let's be honest. Now, there have been a few ceremony things I would have loved to have been a part of. The one Rhett and Link went to, right? Because they sang the song of theirs, and I was like, that's amazing. A song? Are you kidding me? I would have paid attention. They did the for the past 15. I don't know the name of the actual song. I just know one of the lines is for the past 15 years, right? For the past 15 years, your life's been pretty sweet. That. Horrible singing voice, I know, but I was singing. I would have lived more of that. I watched the one with Jim Carrey. It's alright. He kind of he didn't do anything really cool, but I would have liked it, and I guess I would have paid attention. I don't know. It seems like Rhett and Link were like the best go-to example for the way to do a speech right. Right? They were real with the audience. They're like, look, you don't want to hear us talk about, how great college was and all this. We're gonna be honest, it's gonna be pretty tough. They were honest, they were chill about it, they didn't seem preachy. And they're like, look, we're just gonna sing a song about it. It's one we've made up. Wait until we're finished and then tell us how you liked it. But they do that for a living. They make songs and make videos for a living, so they're used to that. But I feel like that's the staple example. Like if you want to do a speech for a bunch of high schoolers, that's the way to go. You show up, tell them it's going to be kind of crap, life's going to be crap, deal with it, but here's a song to enjoy. Right? Maybe that's just the narcissist in me, or the cynicist, or whatever you call it. I don't know. But I would love that. I would love that, but knowing everyone else, it's going to be either a military guy or a business guy I have never heard of, right? If they got Elon Musk, I would flip out. I'd be like, I know Elon Musk. I'm a huge fan of Elon Musk. I'm right on, 100%. But that's probably not going to happen. It's probably going to be like Joe. I don't want to say Garcefa because I feel like that. I remember hearing that name and thinking he was an actor, but I don't know. Maybe his name is really Joe Garcephus. How about Joe Corona? I've heard weird names. Joe Corona, who owns Dylan's fish and bait shop, right? He was like the sole owner of Dave's bait and fish shop, right? So he'll come in, explain how college is amazing and how he made it on his own, and follow his example, or you don't have to. Just look up to role models. And just really drawn out speech that I don't care to listen for. So I'm going to be bored for 3 hours because we have to get there at 10, right? So we get there at 10, we sit there till 11, and then the ceremony starts at 12. 12 exactly. That's what they told us. That it's going to start at 12 on the dot regardless. Doors close at 11:45 for the parents or guests and or anyone that wants to show up, right? So it's going to start at 12, and then it'll probably last an hour, which, to be honest, is not that bad, but if you're very bored at the ceremony and you have nothing to do, nothing to occupy your time, it's gonna feel a lot longer. It's gonna feel like 4 to 5 hours. So, especially if I have to get there at 10 and wait at least 2 hours, if not more. Because, again, excuse me, nothing's allowed. Nothing is allowed in, right? Ah, hair in my, ooh, hair in my mouth. Ah. But anyway, so nothing's allowed in, right? And they'll search you. I'm tempted to stick my phone in between my butt cheeks, right? But I'm not gonna do that because it's stupid. I'm like a few hours away from graduation. It's fine. Whatever. I'll put up with it. I put up with enough crap as it is. Anyway, I'm gonna do that, and then so I'm gonna sit there for 2 hours while I wait for everyone to fill in. All right, all the parents, all the students, everyone that's going to show up, and then wait as a military expert or a sports expert or a business expert, someone that I have never heard of nor care about enough to pay attention, talks for at least an hour about how great college is or how great the workforce is and how we don't know anything, but now you're going to experience it. Sounds a whole heap of a lot of fun. So I'm bringing my expectations down so low. Like here's the top of my expectation, right? The top of my nail. I'm bringing that down all the way down here. Right, past here. Past here. Keep going, keep going, there we go. Keep going, all right. There we go. So approximately a hand and a half, right? Yeah, because it stops at my ankle. So about that much past the screen right here, right? So it stops at the very top. I'm lowering my expectations about that far past the screen. I'm expecting the worst, really. But if I'm mildly surprised, so be it. I'm mildly surprised. And I enjoyed the ceremony. I'm like, alright, graduation's pretty fun. I'll admit it. Let's move on. But if it's not, I'm like, well, I expected this. This is kind of how it went. And a lot of people might say that you're expecting worse already, so it's gonna be worse. No. I expect the worst. But if anything else happens, anything at all, then I'm mildly surprised. And this is how you get a general surprise reaction. You lower your expectations down so low that when that doesn't happen, even a smidge, say you go to Burger King and you're expecting it to be completely filthy, you're expecting them to always get your order wrong and it'd be a long wait before they fix your order, and then when they fix it again, it's wrong. That's what you expect. But then when you get there, it's clean. Now, yes, they still screw up your order. Yes, it takes a long time to get the food, and then so take a long time to get the food. It's wrong. A long time to fix the food and to get it back to you, right? All those things will happen, but because it was clean, you were generally surprised. You're like, all right, I could deal with this. I'm not happy about the food, but it's clean. I like that. I like that it's clean, right? So that's what I do. That's how I've lived most of my life, and it has gotten me pretty far, right? Also, loopholes, but that has been kind of an experiment in and of itself. I found that I have always done experimentations, especially when it comes to people. So I experiment with what I can do, right? So at first it was loopholes for everything. Well, I didn't kill him. I protected, stuff like that. Really stupid loopholes that you're like, just no, that's ridiculous. Know what I mean? But now that I'm older, it's grown into loopholes of, well, this kind of gets me what I want, so I'm gonna use it until you tell me to stop. Like my lunch. I think I've explained my lunch at school, which I'll no longer be having. It was alright food. I'm not gonna complain about the food. It was alright. Most people say it's complete crap, but it was edible. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was just kind of meh. But anyway, what I do is because I get free lunch, right? I'm dirt poor, so I get free lunch. So what I do is I take my tray, and you're only allowed one main item. So you get milk, main item, a side, and two side dishes, I think. But I normally got one, right? Because I didn't want to fight with people, so I just assumed I always got one. So I always got one, right? But there's a small loophole in that. They don't measure how much you take on your side, right? So I can tell how many pieces of pizza you have. One is a meal, two you have to pay, right? So meal one, good. Slice one, good. Move over to broccoli. They don't say you can only have two scoops or you can only have one scoop. right? Because each school is different. And so, like, all right, you get one side. So what I did was, because the broccoli was, it was alright. Sometimes it was cold, sometimes it was hot, but it was never disgusting. It was never like, oh my god, I'll never eat this. It was kind of just like, eh. It's like something a bachelor would make. It's not good, but it's not bad, right? And so I like pile on heaps and heaps in broccoli. I get like that big. Don't know why it's round. It kind of like into like two areas of the. So imagine a tray, right? You have your small little hole for the milk, and then you had your big section for your main dish, and then you had two little side pockets, right? I'd fill those two side pockets up with as much broccoli as I could fill in, right? As much as I could fit into the bowl, and it would kind of go, right? And then I take a bunch of ranch, just like a handful of ranch, but my hands are huge, right? That's my hands closed. That's my hands open, right? So if I go like this, down into a box of ranch, right, like condiments, you just go, take like a huge handful and plop it on my tray, right? So I got like tons of ranch, tons of broccoli, a slice of pizza, and a milk carton, right? And everyone always assumed I like broccoli. They're like, man, you must really like that. No, it's mediocre broccoli. I hate broccoli. I eat it, but I'm not gonna outwardly search for the recipe. I'm just gonna eat it. So I always ate large chunks of broccoli because of the loophole. I could get as much as I want without having to ever pay. And I don't know why I went on that tangent for a second time, because I do remember talking about that. Oh, what was I talking about before? The graduation. Loopholes.